In just a few years, artificial intelligence has gone from being a buzzword to becoming one of the most transformative forces in our daily lives. We've seen AI write code, compose music, generate images, and even pass exams. But one area where AI's influence is growing quietly, yet profoundly, is personal finance. From how we budget and save to how we invest and plan for the future, AI is reshaping the entire financial ecosystem. And it's doing so faster than most people realize. Today, we're exploring how artificial intelligence is revolutionizing personal finance, what it means for you, your money, and your financial freedom in the years to come. The AI revolution in personal finance. Let's start with a simple question. What does AI have to do with money? At first glance, finance might seem like an area dominated by human judgment. After all, money is personal, but the truth is, managing money involves patterns, data, and prediction. All things AI is exceptionally good at. Every time you use a budgeting app, check your bank balance, or even make an online purchase, you're generating financial data. Millions of tiny transactions, patterns of spending, and signals about your habits. For decades, humans relied on spreadsheets or advisors to make sense of this complexity. But now, AI can analyze your entire financial life, your income, expenses, debt, goals, and even your emotional behavior to help you make smarter decisions. The result? A financial system that's becoming personalized, automated, and intelligent. Smarter budgeting and expense tracking. Let's begin with one of the most practical areas where AI is already making an impact: budgeting. Traditional budgeting apps like Mint or YNAB have long helped people track their spending. But modern AI-powered tools like Copilot, Clio, or Rocket Money go a step further. Instead of simply categorizing expenses, they learn your habits. They can recognize recurring patterns, predict future bills, detect anomalies, and even nudge you when you're about to overspend. For example, imagine your AI assistant noticing that your food delivery spending jumped by 40% this month. Instead of just listing it, it might say, "Hey, your spending on takeout is trending higher than usual." If you continue at this rate, you'll exceed your dining budget by $120 next month. Would you like me to adjust your limits or suggest ways to save? This kind of intelligent feedback transforms budgeting from a manual chore into a guided, conversational experience. Behind the scenes, these systems use machine learning algorithms to understand your financial patterns and natural language processing to communicate like a human. The future of budgeting is less about crunching numbers and more about receiving personalized financial coaching, powered entirely by AI. AI in saving and automated money management. Now, let's talk about saving, something we all know we should do, but often struggle with. AI is quietly solving this problem too. Apps like Digit or Capital use algorithms to analyze your cash flow. How much money comes in, how much goes out, and when. Then, they automatically move small amounts into your savings account when they detect you can afford it. No spreadsheets, no guilt, no overthinking. This automation works because the AI learns your comfort zone. It won't take money when you're close to paying bills, and it adjusts dynamically based on your habits. In essence, it's like having an invisible financial assistant who saves money for you, even when you forget to. This concept, known as autonomous finance, is rapidly evolving. Financial institutions envision a near future where your checking account automatically optimizes itself, paying your bills, transferring money into investments, topping up your emergency fund, and alerting you only when something truly needs your attention. Imagine waking up to a message from your AI saying, "Good morning. You spent 8% less than usual last month, and I've transferred $200 to your vacation fund. You're on track for your savings goal in 4 months." That's not science fiction. That's where we're headed. Investing with artificial intelligence. Perhaps the most visible impact of AI in personal finance is happening in investing. For decades, investing was reserved for those with advisors or extensive knowledge. But AI has democratized access to sophisticated investment strategies. Robo-advisors, like Betterment, Wealthfront, or Schwab Intelligent Portfolios, use algorithms to build and manage diversified portfolios based on your risk tolerance, goals, and time horizon. They monitor markets continuously, rebalance automatically, and keep fees remarkably low. But we're now entering the next generation, AI-driven investing. Instead of simple rule-based systems, new models leverage machine learning and predictive analytics to identify patterns in market data. These systems can analyze millions of data points, from stock performance and macroeconomic indicators to even social sentiment, to anticipate trends and adjust portfolios dynamically. Some hedge funds already rely heavily on AI for trading. But what's new is that these capabilities are trickling down to retail investors. Soon, your personal investing assistant might not just rebalance your portfolio. It could proactively suggest opportunities based on your goals and market conditions. Shifting 5% from tech ETFs to healthcare may reduce your risk exposure. AI is bringing data-driven investing to everyone, whether you have $100 or $100,000 to invest. Credit scoring and risk assessment. Credit has long been a gatekeeper in personal finance, influencing who gets loans, mortgages, or even jobs. Traditional credit scoring systems like FICO rely on limited data, payment history, debt ratios, credit age, and so on. But AI-driven models are rewriting this rulebook. Modern credit assessment algorithms can incorporate alternative data, such as rent payments, utilities, spending behavior, even social signals, to build a more accurate, holistic profile of a person's credit worthiness. This is especially powerful for people with limited credit history, such as young adults or immigrants. For instance, AI models can identify financial responsibility not just through debt, but through consistent positive behavior, like regular savings or timely bill payments. At the same time, these systems can help lenders reduce risk by spotting early warning signs of default through subtle patterns invisible to human analysts. However, with this power comes responsibility, and that leads us to one of AI's biggest challenges in finance: fairness and transparency. The challenge of bias and data privacy. AI systems are only as good as the data they're trained on, and in finance, biased or incomplete data can lead to unfair outcomes. For example, if an algorithm learns from historical lending data that reflects social or economic inequalities, it might unintentionally replicate those biases, denying credit or offering worse rates to certain groups. This has prompted regulators and institutions to focus on ethical AI, ensuring that algorithms remain explainable, auditable, and fair. At the same time, there's another major concern: data privacy. AI thrives on data, and in personal finance, that data is deeply sensitive. Our spending habits, income, location, and even transaction histories form an intimate picture of our lives. The rise of AI in finance brings a trade-off between convenience and control. Consumers love intelligent automation, but they also want to know how their data is used and protected. Financial companies are increasingly adopting encryption, anonymization, and federated learning, which allows AI to learn from data without actually storing it centrally. This balance between innovation and privacy will define the trustworthiness of AI-powered finance in the coming decade. AI and financial advisors, partner or replacement? Will AI replace financial advisors? That's a question that sparks endless debate. The short answer is not entirely, but it will transform their role. AI can already automate routine tasks, portfolio tracking, tax optimization, and risk assessment. with astonishing accuracy. However, money isn't just about numbers. It's also about emotion, confidence, and trust. A human advisor can empathize, understand life goals, and help people make decisions that align with their values. Things algorithms can't fully replicate. The future is likely to be hybrid. AI handles data analysis and optimization, while human advisors focus on strategy and empathy. In fact, advisors who use AI tools are already outperforming those who don't, offering more personalized and responsive advice to clients. Think of it this way: AI is not here to replace your advisor. It's here to make them superhuman. Artificial intelligence is not just a technological shift, it's a behavioral revolution. It's changing how we think about money, how we plan our lives, and how we define financial freedom. From budgeting apps that understand your habits to investment platforms that learn your goals, AI is giving everyone, not just the elite, access to smarter financial decision-making. But it's up to us to use that power wisely. AI can automate choices, but it can't replace accountability. It can optimize for wealth, but it can't define what wealth means to you. The smartest financial future isn't one where AI makes all the decisions. It's one where humans and machines work together to make better ones. Because in the end, AI may be intelligent, but you are the one defining what success looks like. Thank you for listening to this exploration of how artificial intelligence is transforming personal finance.